Now give me great pleasure and the honor to introduce Mrs. Susan Allen. I'd like to thank Susan for gracing us with her presence here today. It certainly is an honor to have her here in the city of Charlottesville. While we know that she is Governor Allen's biggest supporter and advocate, she's also a lifelong public servant for all Virginia in her own right. She was raised in Charlottesville, attended the University of South Carolina, and now lives in Mount Vernon, Virginia. She's great love for the Commonwealth. She continues to travel the state and experience the many people and activities that make Virginia a great place to live and work. In addition to supporting her husband and raising 3 children. Susan takes the time out to campaign for all the great candidates, including not just her husband, but for Robert Hurt. I'm sure she'll campaign for Mitt Romney. And whether or not George wins the nomination on June the 12th, I'm sure she'll be there plugging for whoever the nominee is and bring conservative voices to Richmond and Charlottesville. Yes. Ms. Allen, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. He makes it so daggone hard for me. Gosh, thank goodness my parents' best friends are here. Bessie Burkhead, who's the pillar of the community, but also one of our longtime supporters. No, thank you for what you do. You inspire so many, and we love that. And EW is like lots of folks that we are seeing as we travel the Commonwealth. This election has people so worried about the direction of our country, but the good news is people are so worried they're putting it into action, and I love that. I think that is so cool. And even as a conservative family, where we may have differences prior to June 12th, June 13th, we have one large enemy we are going to work to defeat, and that will be the Obama-Kane agenda that would further take this country down a path that we could not afford and could not accept. So we have a lot of work between now and then, but it's always good to be back home, and I've been through here, I think, once a week the last 2 months, and I love it. Mom and Dad are traveling. I'm sorry they're not here today. They would have been here with barbecue eating with us. But thank y'all for coming, and when they get back, I'll report to them that you all came out in their stead. Thank you so much. It really is a joy to be here, and George, of course, sends his regards. He was traveling down in Southwest Virginia in coal country where they are worried about what the EPA is doing to that business. As you might imagine, those who are trying to pull coal out to keep our energy plants running, they are fearful that they may not even get contracts after these contracts that they're currently operating under run out, because this administration is so anti, frankly, energy. Not just coal, all energy, except when it comes to bailing out friends like Solyndra. We understand the need to use the beautiful, wonderful resources we have and to take care of them. But we also understand we cannot be held vulnerable to all of these other countries that have the riches that we actually have here under our land and under our waters. Energy is one of the top issues in this campaign. It's an issue that George has cared about and worked on for years. In fact, started the American Energy Freedom Center, went on college campuses all across the country and spoke to lots of groups about the need to use our own energy resources so that these young kids graduating from college can plug in their little electric cars someday. We think energy really is so crucial, not just for the value of being able to use our own resources, but for providing jobs. And as we travel around the Commonwealth, the frustration that people sense as they want to prosper and grow their businesses, the anger that they have with a mandated healthcare system and the regulations that are impeding the growth of their businesses, it's felt across the board. And young people graduating from college right now have no American dream living in them because they're not sure where they can go or what they can do. The job opportunities are just not there. 17% unemployment in Martinsville. Congressman Hurt and I are going to be down that way later on today. There are parts of Virginia really, really hurting. And we've got to make sure we get this economic engine going again. And that's one of the reasons I'm so passionate and biased about the candidate I'm supporting this fall for U.S. Senate, because I really am thrilled that George has such a strong record as a conservative, as somebody who cuts waste, somebody who was a minority of a group in Washington that fought pork, like that Bridge to Nowhere and other ways that the federal government was wasting money and spending money. He wants to use a hatchet or a bow saw or a chainsaw or whatever it takes, EW. That's the kind of instrument we used here when we lived in our log house, right, Bessie? When we heated with a wood stove for 8 years when George and I were first married. Those of you who know that we lived in Earlysville, recognize that, I'll just let you hold it. George hasn't been frugal since the day you all knew him when he was in the General Assembly. I think that his conservative record stands strong, but also his record for creating jobs. When you go to the polls in November, you're going to see 2 resumes of 2 former governors. George Allen, who helped to create 300,000 net new jobs for Virginia, versus Tim Kaine, who lost 100,000 jobs on his watch. There is a stark difference right there in the types of candidates that we'll be able to vote on. George cut taxes as governor by $600 million and put money back in the rainy day fund. You might remember when Bob McDonnell got elected and came into office, there was all this concern about how they would make the budget work, how they would have to raise taxes. Lo and behold, somehow the mismanagement under the Kaine administration caused us to have to close the rest areas on our roadways and stall all of these road improvements. And you know, Bob McDonnell thankfully turned things around enough with the Republican House and Senate that they could manage the funds the way it should be done, the way George Allen did it when he was governor. So I love George's record and the comparisons that we're going to have, not to mention also making our communities safer. George has a very strong record for reforming the justice system, abolishing parole, making sure that we all felt safe in our communities, versus Tim Kaine, who you all remember that case in Bedford with that horrible case where the couple was killed, and Tim Kaine wanted to release the man who had committed that crime to go back to Europe. Yes. Again, there is a stark difference between these 2 candidates, and that's why I'm excited George was willing to run and asking Virginians to allow him to work really hard for them again for 6 years. He wants to go in and work right away. He thinks our country doesn't have 6 years to survive this. He thinks we might have 2 at best to try to right this ship. So we've got to double down, put out all of our effort in the next 10 days for the primary. June the 12th, huge day, important day. It's the first time that you can vote twice in the U.S. Senate campaign and do it legally. Your vote will count 2 times. Get George nominated. Get through June 12th so we can go full barrel against the money machine, the unions, and everybody else that they're going to have here on the other side to protect Obama's hand-picked candidate. Obama picked Mr. Kaine because he was the DNC chairman and went around telling people how great Obamacare was and how important the stimulus was, and continues to do so. EW, I'm sure you haven't talked to anybody on the trail who thinks Obamacare is helping their business. It is the #1 complaint I hear as I go through Amherst or Livingston or any small community in Virginia. We have got to right the ship. And I know all of you, as good conservatives, understand what's at stake. George is asking me to ask you for your vote and to ask you to please take your friends to the polls on June the 12th. We want to have large numbers showing that we truly are sending a large message to Washington that we are not going to sit here and take it any longer. Our country cannot take 4 more years of what has been done to us thus far. So great patriots, I leave you with a George Allen truism: our best days are ahead. He is Mr. Optimist, as you all know, and this is our rendezvous with destiny. Together, we will win, and more importantly, the Commonwealth citizens will win, and our great country will win. So onward to victory, and thank you for always being so good to us. Thanks for helping us.